And welcome in to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and we're here on a Friday night with Lovington girls coming off of a lot of momentum, they're on a roll. And they last beat Carlsbad 55-50 in overtime on Tuesday night. We were here. We called that game. It was exciting. They got the win, and they really have been building up, and hopefully working on peaking at the right time this season under head coach Chief Bridgeforth, who has done an amazing job with this program in the last few years. TJ, he has really, you can't turn a program around completely in one season. You just can't, but you can start turning it around, and he did. And now, what is this, about season 4 for him?
This is his 4th season back at the helm, and they have made the playoffs all 4 seasons since he came back, and looking to make a run again this year. As you mentioned, the 55-50 victory against a tough Cave Girls team that was in here earlier this week. But really, I mean, it was 26 points from Ashlyn Barunda and 16 from Abigail Schaus that made the biggest difference. But the winner was the 5 points, and the difference in overtime was the 5 points from Leslie Corral. 5 of her 6 coming in that overtime, and that was the difference in the margin of victory. She
popped a tray that I didn't know that she could do, right? And that was key. But getting into that, tying it up at the end of regulation play, Ashlyn Barunda, with a big basket and then drawing a foul and making 3. Abigail Schaus had a fantastic, timely rebound and put back that was great. So they had really good games. And definitely a fight for title of who was the hero of that game, either to end it tied up in regulation or to finish the win, a 5-point win in overtime. But you're right, there's praise enough to go around, because this team has proven to be deeper than we thought as well. Yeah, you've got your co-captains, Barunda and Schaus, and having great seasons and amazing game after game after game, but it has been some of the younger players and some of the bench that have come in and really surprised us with what they've been able to do. Zoe Blackwell coming in and off the bench and working the boards, for Lovington very well. Leslie Corral, a starter, and coming as a freshman, no less, and proving, she can run point and stay up with the big girls. They've really seen some good support through the starters as well as some girls off the bench. So deeper than we thought, hanging in, being tough, and I think they really feel like they have a lot to prove, and they have a lot that they want to achieve. This team, I think that they want to go all the way. They want to go, not just make the playoffs, but make it through and into the state tournament. We'll see if that happens. There's a lot of basketball left to play between now and then. We haven't even started district yet, but this is what all this is building to. 13-4 coming into tonight's game. They're ranked 19th overall in New Mexico, but number 8 in New Mexico 4A. That's if the seeding for state tournament happened now, it would look like they would get a home game, not just make the playoffs, but get a home game if they were seeded as high as 8 or even higher. They could go even higher, so we'll see. But coming off of that to win over Carlsbad, a 5A team, by the way, and no slouch. Next up, they're going to be at Carlsbad next Tuesday, and then the Lady Cats are going to start district on the 30th of January, which feels really late, but they're going to be starting on the road against Artesia. So they're trying to get all the experience and gain all of the momentum and the confidence they can before they get to that point. And tonight's game can go a long way toward doing that. Gadsden is a 5A team. They come in this 8-7. They're ranked 81st overall, not getting a lot of love, but they are ranked 22nd in 5A. But 5A in New Mexico is, pretty strong on the girls' side, and
that's where you're sitting with Hobbs and Farmington and La Cueva and Volcano Vista and Sandia.
Got a really strong top 10, in 5A girls in New Mexico. So 22 is nothing to sneeze at. They're coming off of a win against Santa Teresa, 33-11. And next up for them will be a home game against Oregon Mountain this next Tuesday. And that's when they start their district. Their district is a little bit bigger, and they're going to start it earlier so they can get all of their games in. But Gadsden comes into this under head coach Valtiera, and they have beaten the teams that they should beat, really, and they have fallen to a lot of other 5A teams, and some of those teams are teams that Lovington has either beaten or is looking pretty good against. Gadsden has fallen to Roswell High, to Goddard, to Carlsbad. Now, Lovington has beaten Carlsbad in overtime, and so Gadsden losing to Carlsbad, you would think, okay, on paper, they look good to win this game against Gadsden, and, and they should feel good coming into this, I think, TJ.
Well, I think they should. You mentioned, Gadsden coming in at 8-7. Yeah, they've beat the teams they're supposed to. They've lost to the teams that probably they should lose to. One thing about Gadsden, and we've noticed this over the years, and we've called – a lot of Gadsden games over the years, surprisingly, between Lovington and Hobbs. Gadsden traditionally, I think this is maybe the second season for Coach Valatiera, but they are a team that traditionally is not really an offensive power. They are very deliberate on offense. Again, kind of one of those like Carlsbad or like we may see, and we did see, kind of take the air out of the ball.
Control ball.
Control ball, control the time, look for the open shot. Be very, very patient. Sometimes that drives teams absolutely crazy. In their wins this season, they're only averaging 35 points a game. In their losses, they're averaging about 28. So, they don't have just a whole lot of firepower. But one thing about that very, very, very deliberate offense that they traditionally run, and I don't remember calling them last year, so Coach Valatiera may have them running and gunning, but they are also almost thuggish on defense. They play in your face on you all the time. A lot of times would let you come into the front court and then just be absolutely all over you. So tough defense, deliberate offense, that has been kind of the hallmark of this Gadsden program, at least over about the last 20 years or so.
Right.
Lovington had to deal with some of that against Carlsbad on Tuesday night. But if they can find a way to break that pressure, move through in transitions, and get open looks at the bucket, they ought to be okay.
Gadsden also is, if you play that deliberate slowdown ball, you leave yourself open to a team that's quick and and a couple of girls on Lovington's squad led by Ashlyn Barunda. I haven't seen the stats. They haven't put those online. But I would bet that she is leading in steals on the team, I think, because it seems like every game that I've called, she's had 3 or 4 steals at least in the game. Ashlyn knows how to take the ball away and take it down the court and make points off of it. That's what you want to do with a turnover, is make points off of it. And Lovington has been pretty good about doing that. And Ashlyn is certainly one of the talented all-round players, who can make that happen with quick and speed. So if you try the slowdown, you're probably going to get, and Leslie Corral is also really tough on defense and in your face. And so you run the risk of having the ball, stolen away, taken away. The risk on that is, if you don't do it cleanly, you start fouling, you foul too much, and you're in trouble. So it's back and forth, and we will see what kind of style and what each team has in store for the other tonight when we get this one underway in just a little while. Looking at we'll come back and take a look on the rosters, run down the rosters and the players, take a look at that, and get ready for more of your pregame show. We're about halfway through it right now, 6 minutes or so left, so we'll take a little break, come back, and have more of your Lady Wildcat basketball pregame on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and your 13-4 Lady Cats are getting a lot of respect. Not only have they been moving up in the Max Preps rankings, but with each of the wins that they managed to compile, they're building a pretty good fan base. And for a Friday night going into a 3-day holiday weekend, I am happy to report that the gym, is as full as it is. Really got, I think the word is spreading. Not only are they having a good season, a winning season, but they're fun to watch. They're exciting. They have an exciting, style of play, and it's fun to be, watching and being supportive of a team that is having a good season. For Lovington, a 13-4 season at this point, that is a great season. When you look even 5 years ago at the condition of that program and the types of stats that they were putting up as a team and individually. So this is fun, and I think they're gathering fans from the students, among the students, as well as parents and just people in the community coming to watch an exciting Lovington girls team. So we're happy to be here as well, getting ready to get this one underway in just a few minutes. Just taking a quick look down your roster for Gadsden. I like to give them all, not just the starters, but to mention every girl on the roster. Number 3 is Denise Portillo. Number 5 is Giselle Guzman. 10 is Jennifer Lopez. 12 is Brianna Valdez. 14 is Valeria Espinosa. 22 is Alyssa Gonzalez. 23 is Giselle Rico. 24 is Alexa Parra. 13 is Ariana Trejo. 31 is Mia Rose. 33 is Athena Granados. 34 is Selena Castro. Number 42 is Jasmine Zamaripa. So your head coach is Valtierra, and your starters will be Lopez, Valdez, Rico, Trejo, and Castro. For your Lovington Lady Cats under Chief Bridgeforth head coach, your roster is number 3, Delata Ruiz. Number 4, Jasmine Hernandez. 10 is Braylon Hernandez. 12 is Nayeli Ruiz. 14 is Ashlyn Borunda. 22 is Zoe Blackwell. Number 23 is Leslie Corral. Number 24 is Jabri Rios. 30 is Valeria Silva. And 42 is Abby Schaus. Your starters will be Braylon Hernandez, Borunda, Corral, Rios, and Schaus. So the girls are, at least the Lovington girls, are coming off the court, getting ready for our national anthem and introduction of players. And, I hope that we see Gadsden trying to slow things down, and Lovington just coming out and just not letting them get away with it, just picking off, forcing turnovers, scoring, getting up big early. I think they would love to have an early night tonight and a big win, just to put an exclamation point on their run and string of victories. TJ.
Well, they're going to try that, and they're going to come out, and you've got to think that they are going to do everything they can to do exactly that. Again, the numbers would tell you Gadsden without a lot of offensive firepower, at least maybe not as much as some teams Lovington's going to see in a team like that. If you can get them down even by, say 10 points early, a lot of times they just don't have the oomph to come back. Now then, that being said, Lovington, especially when they are running some of the subs in, they need to work on more offensive consistency, because they tend to, I don't want to say go to sleep, but just not be able to get anything to fall a lot of times when they have got some of the younger and the bench players in there. So finding some more offensive consistency, especially with Schaus and Barunda not on the floor.
Right.
Going to be very important tonight. It's going to be a good time to work on that.
They do tend to get into some scoring slumps from time to time, and if their perimeter shooting is cold, and it was cold against Carlsbad, luckily things picked back up. They found a few three-pointers during the game, none bigger than Leslie Corrals, in overtime. But we'll get this one underway and see exactly what these coaches and what these teams have in store for us tonight. We hope it's exciting, and we hope you'll continue to listen and watch Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Tonight it's Lovington versus Anthony Gadsden, a 5A school. Lovington, of course, 4A, coming in at 13-4. Gadsden coming in at 8-7. And we are anticipating, and I'm sure Lovington wants to keep their win streak going. After tonight, they are on the road to play at Carlsbad, having beaten Carlsbad 55-50, but taken overtime to do it. I'm sure that they're kind of anticipating, a tough road trip on Tuesday. So they'd like to get another win under their belts, have that much more confidence, and of course, drive that record even higher. And it seems like every time I look, they are they're improving in the rankings in every list and ranking for Max Preps in New Mexico. So good to see. We might mention too that Gadsden's JV defeated Lovington JV 30-17 right before this game began.
A game that took a very very
long time.
Sloppy game. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls,
right.
And just that game took a long time because of it was sloppy.
Which is why this one is getting started 30 minutes late. Sorry about that. There's nothing we can do to hurry the games. Believe me, we'd like to. So, wish this had gotten started at 5:30 when it was supposed to, or closer to that. But here we are, knocking on the door of 6. But it still could be an early night. Lovington may come in, and I'd like to see them get up, really up, and just try to get a good lead on Anthony Gadsden. I think they need that, to make this game go better for them. They feed off of their offensive success, and I think that's what we want to see.
Well, hopefully will be a good game as the visiting Lady Panthers in the road maroons with gold letters and numbers. Lovington in the home whites with the blue letters and numbers, and ready to go as Schaus will take the jump against Castro. And this is probably the first time we've seen not a total mismatch in a while.
Yeah, Castro's listed at 5'10" and a senior. And, of course, Schaus flips it back, gets it to Corral, runs the point, cross timeline left side, gets it to Barunda, then back to Corral, now over, now to Barunda. And in the corner, and trying to toss it to Abby, who was moving through the lane, trying to post up, and it goes a little beyond her. So that's first turnover for Lovington, and an empty possession for Lovington, and that's what you don't want to see. I know Chief Bridgeforth really pounds no empty possessions. You gotta make points off of turnovers. There's a three-point attempt, no good. Banks off the front of the rim and goes out of bounds, so it will be Lovington basketball. But Anthony Gadsden showing they're stepping up right away and trying to pop the threes.
Well,
TJ.
they got a little bit of space there, and they went ahead and they took it when they can. Now they're going with the backcourt pressure.
That's
Barunda
right.
breaks it.
And Barunda tosses to Schaus. Schaus tries to put it up and in. It's in and out, no good. And Gadsden with the rebound. And that is going to be, I think, Trejo with number 30 with the rebound, her first. And here we go. Passing around outside the arc. Moved a little quicker than I anticipated. A shot from the lane up, no good. Hits from the rim, but it's going to be Castro with the rebound. Gets it back out. Now Gadsden will reset. That is Rico with the ball. Gets it over to the right wing. Back to Trejo. Now all the way back to the left corner. And driving in is Castro, trying to put things up. A good guarding of the lane, but I think they are going to call
travel.
No, travel in a turnover. So now a turnover for Gadsden as well. But good defense in the lane there by Schaus and by Jabri Rios. Barunda across the timeline. Oh, a bounce pass. It's kind of dangerous. Abby gets in there and gets enough of a handle on it, I think, to force a jump ball. And we'll see which way the arrow goes. I think it's going to be Gadsden's ball. It will be. Officially a turnover?
Officially a turnover.
So 2 for Lovington?
Yep.
6:31 left in this first quarter, barely underway. And this one tonight, Gadsden, of course, making that about 3.5-hour trip to Lovington. Bounce pass by Gadsden in the lane, trying to find number 34, Castro. Shot up, no good. Fight for it on the ground, and Braylon Hernandez comes up with it. And then stolen away, a quick turnover and a layup. And that was number 23. That was Rico with the steal and with the 2 points. So Gadsden draws first blood. Coming the other way, though, a nice pass to Schaus, who was just outside the blocks on the left side. She puts up a shot, but she gets fouled. And let's see, they're going to call that on 34 on Castro. Her first foul, first team foul. Active shooting, so Schaus will go to the line. Just under 6 minutes now left to play in this first. I'd like to see a fast-moving game after getting this one started so late. And I think that would bode well for Lovington to keep the pace up, control the pace is what I think they need to do. Schaus, nothing but net. First one up, see if she can bury the second one and tie it up. Eyes it, skies it. And that one no good. It bounces off, and Barunda gets the rebound. Her putback no good, but she gets fouled. So Schaus with a miss and a make, and then they're going to call this foul.
Castro again, so
Castro.
she's in
2
trouble.
quick ones.
She's going to have to come out.
And they are going to send in, looks like 42 Zamaripa for her. Barunda now with her shots, nothing but net. Such a soft touch, too. So 1 point for her makes it 2-2. We're tied up now. And yes, Castro comes out, Zamaripa in. And Barunda trying to put Lovington up by 1. And she does. So Barunda with 2 points, both from the line. All of Lovington's points so far have come from the free throw line. Coming back the other way, Gadsden working against intense pressure. The bounce pass goes out of bounds. Valdez loses the handle on it. It's going to be a turnover as Lovington will get the ball right in front of their bench. Corral running the point, gives it off to Braylon Hernandez. She'll actually run the point. Sift it over. And a bad pass intended for Schaus picked off. Third turnover number 3, and that's 23. That's her second steal. Going to have to watch that. We talked about Lovington players capable of stealing. Gadsden does too. A bounce pass in the lane and then a shot up blocked and taken away by Schaus. Nice as a steal. And then a pass intended for Barunda, stolen right back by Gadsden. Now they're going to drift back. Top of the arc. Now pass it out to Trejo on the right wing. Gets it around all the way to the left. Thinking about the 3. Nobody. A bounce pass. Corralled. Trejo gets it. Almost stolen away by Lovington. And this is the slow down, very deliberate style that we talked about. To Gadsden being very patient, working for it. And a shot up from the free throw line. No good. Bounce, a fight for the rebound. And Barunda's got it. She's going to take it coast to coast, put it up and in from the right end. Yes, it falls. No foul. But 2 more points. She's got 4 in the game, makes it 5-2 with 4.5 left to play in the first.
When they drop and pressure everybody else and you see that you're one-on-one, Ashland can take it down every time and do just that.
And a steal, and they give it to Corral. No, is that Blackwell? No, it is Corral. She takes it up. And in a nice little layup, she's got 2 in the game, make it 7-2. And here we go. Lovington starting to stretch things out here.
And it's a 7-0 run for the Lady Cats after Gadsden struck first.
And that was on a tip by Braylon Hernandez. I think she gets credit for the steal. Coming the other way, Gadsden with the ball, and I think they're going to call. Yep, they're definitely going to call.
Going to get Hernandez for the push.
Yep, a push foul, and that'll be Braylon's first. It'll be the first team foul on Lovington. As Zoe Blackwell comes in and Rios comes out. Braylon will stay in. It's on the floor, so Gadsden inbounds. That is number 12, Valdez. A 3-ball on the way, no good. And Blackwell skies. Talked about her coming off the bench and being good on the boards. That's her first rebound for Lovington in this game. Gets it to Corral. Corral tries to pop the 3 from the right wing, no good. And it will be Gadsden with the rebound. I think that was Valdez. Yep, her first. 7-2 is still the score. Lovington leading. 3.5 left to play. Another 3-ball attempt on the way, no good. And Blackwell again with the rebound. Her second comes down. Attempted steal. They got to call the jump ball.
They're going to say they wrapped her up. And
all right.
Looked like it was a backwards hug that should have been over the back, but they said they had the ball and not contact with the body. So.
All right. So officially a turnover though for Gadsden.
No turnover.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Blackwell got the
Blackwell got the rebound.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So clean, no problem. They get it to Barunda. Barunda tries to pop the 3 from the right wing, no good. And it's going to be Corral with the rebound. Although then a pass to Schaus, or a pass in the lane, it goes awry. The ball still out of control. And finally Gadsden picks it up and driving to the hoop, making the shot and catching the foul.
And 6 turnovers for Lovington.
Is going to be Rico. So Rico gets credit for a steal, as that ball again was kind of out of control 2 or 3 different times there. Kind of sloppy, desperation. Both teams working for it. And that is going to, it's going to pop. I thought it was done. Hit the back, popped straight up and went in. So Rico with a point. Lovington coming back. Barunda in the right corner thinks about the 3, then pulls up, passes off. Braylon Hernandez, top of the arc now to Corral. Now to Barunda in the left corner. Tries the 3 again, just can't find the range right. And it goes in and out of the hands of Valdez, out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington. It'll be Lovington basketball.
And Schaus not happy because she's saying that she got mugged by Valdez, and really she did. No call on that, but fortunately Lovington keeps possession.
So Lovington will inbound. That's Corral to the right of the basket. Gets it out to Schaus. Schaus top of the arc. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda now dialing up the 3. Again, no good. Hard off it, but that is Blackwell with the rebound, her third. And then as she's going to try to take the shot, she gets fouled, and they're going to call that one as Gadsden has drawn more fouls. And that's going to be number 30. That's Trejo with her first. 3rd team foul. And Blackwell was in the act of shooting. She's at the line. high arc, finds its way, hits the front, hits the back, and drops in. So Blackwell with her first point of the game. I've got her with 3 rebounds. She'll try to make it 2 points and put Lovington up 9-5 if she can, and that one does not fall. Fight for the rebound. They're going to get Schaus for over the back as number 23, Rico, is going for it, reaching for it. So they will. That will be the first foul on Abby. 8-5 is your score. Lady Cats leading this. 2.5 left to play in the first. It'll be Gadsden to inbound Rico to the left of their basket. Passes it off. It's going to be Trejo running the point across the line. Passing to the right. Faking to the left. Passing back to the right. And that is Valdez working it. Can't find any room in the lane. Good defense by Lovington. So Gadsden will simply pass around. Now they try to pass in the lane, and it's picked off. Nice work. Was that Corral?
It was.
All right. Now to Barunda. Barunda drives the lane, tries to put the shot, misses it off the backboard, and it's going to be Zamaripa with the rebound, her first. And then stolen away, Ashlyn Barunda with a steal. Takes it across, driving in the lane, gonna put it up from the left. It goes too hard, over, rolls over, and out. And number, was it 13 or 12? Number 10, actually, Lopez in the game for the first time, reaching up for it, trying to get that. Goes out.
They're gonna get a foul called on Jabri Rios. She pushed off, trying to fight for the rebound. So now Gadsden 1 away from the bonus here in the first quarter, but Lovington up by 3.
A lot of fouling. And not a lot of scoring. Yeah, turnovers, and only 8-5 your score right now.
We've got 13 points on the board and 12 turnovers in the book combined.
Wow, crazy. And a 3-point shot up from the right corner, no good. Barunda with the rebound, her second. She's going to drive in, spin move in the lane, and they're going to get her for the charge. Yep, she spun, and her back hit the player who had her feet set. And she went down, and so the Lovington not liking that. But I think in this instance, I think that's the right call.
And that will put Gadsden in the bonus. It'll be a turnover on Lovington. Look for Gadsden with 85 seconds to go here in the first to probably go inside and try and attack.
Yeah, and try to draw the foul, even if they don't get a bucket to drop. So we will see. They pass it to Valdez, and then they get it right back out midcourt to Trejo. Trejo's going to drift over to the left. Getting worked on by Braylon. Now she drives the lane, and yep, exactly, trying to put up a shot, did not draw the foul, and the shot no good, and Barunda with the rebound. Heaves it all the way to Corral in left corner, back to Braylon. Braylon has to back up, get it to Barunda. Less than a minute, about 50 seconds on the clock now. Hernandez off to Barunda, back to Hernandez. Is Gadsden keeping him out of the paint right now. Now Corral looking, gives it to Barunda. Barunda thinks about the 3, then drives to the baseline, and now kicks it out to Hernandez, and now back to Corral. Corral thinks about the 3, but she has Rico in her face, so she drives the lane, puts up a shot. A floater won't fall, and it is Zamaripa with the rebound. So 28 seconds left, and here comes Gadsden very slowly walking across the timeline, center court.
Gotta think they may be thinking about playing for the last shot here.
They get it off to Rico in the right wing. Rico, very deliberate. Now back to Trejo. Trejo getting worked on by Braylon Hernandez. And now Corral, or actually Zoe Blackwell, deciding to try to make something happen, comes out of nowhere, tries to take the ball away, knocks it away, and it's last touch by Trejo. So it'll be another turnover for Gadsden. Give Lovington the ball, and with 5.57 seconds on the clock, they're going to inbound to Corral, and Corral loses the handle on it, and that just like that has to turn it right back over to Gadsden. As just too anxious right in front of the scorer's table. Not a lot of room to work with down there as well. So give it back over. Rico will inbound. Now 4.5 seconds on the clock. They give it to Trejo. Trejo backs up near midcourt. Now tries the 3-point shot. Whoa, almost makes it from midcourt, from near midcourt. Does not make it, and at the buzzer, the score will stay at the end of first quarter, 8-5, Lovington leading, and we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball and Lovington Sports YouTube, HubsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question. Call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. It's Lady Cat basketball tonight. Pretty quick moving first quarter, although there was a lot of fouling and some work at the line. A lot of free throws considering that we only have collectively 13 points on the scoreboard for both teams.
Yeah, Lovington went 4 of 6, so half of their points are from the line, and Gadsden 1 of 1 from the stripe in that first quarter.
Yep.
And it will be Gadsden basketball to start the second. Looks like starters back out for both teams.
And it is. It is going to be Trejo to inbound, or nope, they're going to say it's going to be Valdez to inbound. Probably Trejo will get the ball midcourt in front of the student section. On the far side of the court, they do. And that is Trejo getting it off to number 3, Portillo in the game for the first time. Gets it back, Portillo in the right corner. Getting pursued by Corral. Now gets it back to Valdez. Valdez running across the top of the arc. Leaving it off. Trejo gets it out to Portillo. To Portillo again. Now passing it. Bounce pass in the lane. Taken away as that was Braylon Hernandez, I believe, right?
It was off Abby's foot, and then Braylon picked it up.
Braylon picked it up. So still a steal takeaway and 8th turnover for Gadsden. And then they get down and the ball goes out of bounds again.
Too high for Abigail, and she's 6'9". Needed to be about 7'3" to corral that one.
So the teams trade turnovers and no scoring yet in this second quarter. 8-5. Lovington with your 3-point lead. Portillo thinks about the 3, then passes it back to Trejo, top of the arc. Gets it to Valdez, thinks about the 3. Good defense by Lovington, keeping them out of the paint. A bounce pass, dangerous and taken away as Ashlyn Barunda picked that one off. And pass to Corral, then back to Ashlyn. She tunes up and finally finds it. She has missed a couple from the right wing, from the left corner, finally finds the range and buries it and puts Lovington up by 6 points, 11-5, and a quick timeout from Coach Valdiera. And it is, let's see, it's 30. We'll just keep it right here and say thank you very much to all of our sponsors. You see them on the banner. You hear the messages before, during, and after the game. And we couldn't bring these games to you free of charge without that support. So each and every sponsor you see is very important to us.
Well, they certainly are. Couldn't do it without them. And be sure that when you need a good or a service, you support those businesses that support our kids. And say thank you.
Very much so.
All of them, because we certainly do, and we appreciate them. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, the Lovington boys will be back in action, 6:30 tomorrow night against the Roswell High Coyotes. Will we have that? Why, yes, we will, right back here at Wildcat Gym. So that's tomorrow, but, hey, let's get through a Friday night right here as we get back to the action.
And here we are with an inbound out of the Gadsden timeout. Again, walking across center court, Trejo. Off to Valdez. Bounce pass into Portillo, nowhere to go. And then a 3-point ho-ho from downtown. That's Rico. She's responsible for every point on the scoreboard for Gadsden. Every point, including that 3-pointer. Back to Lovington, though, as Lovington now passing around outside the arc. Getting work, some good defensive pressure. Now they get it to Barunda. Barunda drives in, kicks it out to Corral. Corral tries the 3 from the left wing, uncontested, and she rattles one home. So she's got 5 points in this game now, and Lovington with a 6-point lead, 14-8. Gadsden coming the other way, little bump. Oh, and Leslie Corral out of the bump by Barunda, no call. Takes the ball, puts up a shot, no good. Barunda with the rebound. The putback is good. So Barunda now, I mean, she's got a little bit of everything in this as well.
And she's got 9 points in the game.
Yeah, points from the line, points, a 3-pointer, a couple of other buckets, a couple of steals, a couple of rebounds. Complete player. Portillo now in the right corner, getting trapped up for Gadsden. They get it all the way across, and Barunda knocks it away. It'll stay. No, it's gonna it'll stay basketball for Gadsden as it went out of bounds, and I thought that Corral might have tipped it, and then it might have been Rico who got it, but it was Corral who had it last. Rico getting worked on by Corral. Now going to give it off. Trejo on the right wing, passing back around the arc. Good defense by Lovington. Schaus, Barunda, and Rios in the paint for Lovington. Bounce pass to the free throw line. No room for Valdez. She kicks it out. Portillo tries the 3-0 and banks it off of the glass. A nice credit where credit's due. You guys see a pretty shot. You got to say, looking good. And now just a 5-point lead. And a three-pointer on the way. I really don't know if that was intended. It really was a pass for Schaus. It went a little high, went off the backboard, and nobody could get it. And they are going to call a foul now. They're going to call a hack foul on Barunda on the.
Actually,
they're
Valdez.
going to do it on Valdez. Okay, so number 12, Valdez. I thought he was saying 1-4, but he was saying 1-2. It's on the floor, and Lovington will inbound. That's Zoe Blackwell. She's looking. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda drives in. Little mid-range shot. Doesn't fall. And picking it up is Zoe Blackwell. A fight for it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Lovington basketball. So.
Yeah, that one got tipped coming in, so no shot. And Blackwell fighting underneath with Trejo. And
Blackwell. Schaus trying to post up. She's got two players on her, so they get it in, and it's stolen away. And that is Portillo with a steal.
10th turnover for the Lady Cats, 10 for the Lady Panthers, too.
Yeah, and here we go down the court. This is Rico again. Very deliberate. Portillo now on the right wing. Bounce pass over. A three-point shot up. No good on this one, but Gadsden with the rebound. But they're going to say a tie ball as Portillo got tied up by Barunda. Good hustle by Ashlyn to tie that up, and it'll be a turnover for Gadsden, and it will go the way of the Lady Cats. And Chief Bridgeforth wants to take a timeout. 16-11, a 5-point lead by Lovington. 4 minutes left to play in the second, and we'll be back with more Lady Cat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym and Lady Cat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94KZOR Facebook. Out of the Chief Bridgeforth timeout. Both teams are still in their huddle. They've still got about 20 seconds left to go before they break the huddle and come back to play. Well, Gadsden put on a little scoring spurt and then kind of stalled out again, but they did. Lovington had a nice lead at 1 point. And
at 1 point up by 7, their
exactly.
biggest lead of the ball game, but now down to 5. So not really anything major. Lovington here in this second quarter outscoring Gadsden 8-6. You keep that up. You stretch it out a little bit, and you wind up winning. So Lovington basketball back to the action.
And out of the timeout, Lovington will have the ball. Zoe Black will inbound to get it to Leslie Corral under no defensive pressure. So Corral will run across midcourt. And pass it to J.B. Rios. Kind of a bad pass. Rios loses the handle on it, and it is a turnover for Lovington, number 11. And get it to Trejo.
Need to keep moving around. They are not getting real good movement, and that's part of why you see 11 turnovers.
And a 3-point attempt from the left wing as an air ball goes out of bounds.
And very lucky that Corral didn't get tagged for a 3-shot foul on that one, because she reached over and bumped Valdez, although the official was standing right there, so I think he may have said, hey, Valdez kind of leaned into that a little bit, so I'm not calling it.
Yeah. So a turnover. Lady Cats will have it. As they get it off to Barunda. Barunda gets it to Jasmine Hernandez in the game for the first time for Lovington. They get it over, pass it to Blackwell on the right wing. Now into Ruiz, back to Blackwell, back to Barunda, top of the arc. Thinks about the 3, moves over instead, gets it to Ruiz, puts up a shot, no good. And not Hernandez, sorry about that. Number 4 is Jasmine Hernandez. Another attempt by Lovington. This is going to be the 3rd look at the basket. And they're going to say the ball comes down instead of a.
Actually, Rios gets the rebound, but then when she fell, they say she traveled.
Right. It's really not. It's technically a travel because that's what you have to do because you had control of because of the rebound, she had control of the basketball, but has to turn it over. Here come Gadsden. Rico with the ball on the right wing, and she traveled. Yep, she's just about to pass the ball and move that foot just a little bit. Can't do that. So the teams trade turnovers. No scoring since that timeout. They get it to Jasmine Hernandez, and she passes it off to Schaus. Schaus tries to put up a shot point blank. It goes off the backboard, but a whistle sound, she draws the foul.
Going to call that one on Jennifer Lopez, her first personal. Second team foul on Gadsden, and Schaus back to the line. And I don't see Ben Affleck in the building.
She's 1 of 2 from the line. Got a steal.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a different Jennifer Lopez.
Right. Although something tells me she might get called J-Lo. Schaus with an uncharacteristic miss. She's very reliable at the free throw line. She and Barunda are usually the most reliable Lady Cats from the free throw line, and it seems like they get fouled the most. So Schaus will eye it, sky it, and put this one up and finds the bottom of the net. So she's 2 of 4 from the line and makes it 17-11. Now a 6-point lead for Lovington. 2:44 left in the second quarter. So Gadsden will inbound, and again, very deliberate. Trejo walking across timeline midcourt, using up some clock. They get it to Rico. She tries a 3, won't fall. Fight for the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball as Schaus had a hand on it. And I didn't see who
Valdez.
else. Okay, under the basket. This time, arrow goes the way of Gadsden. They get it in. A shot up from the free throw line. No good. Schaus with the rebound.
That's just her first rebound. And then she gets tacked on the foul there by Valdez.
Again, this will be on the floor. Valdez, that's a second foul on her. And third team foul in this second quarter. They inbound to Barunda. Barunda is going to run across midcourt. Timeline. Get it over to Hernandez, Jasmine. Then over around to Zoe Blackwell. Back to Barunda. Barunda thinks about the 3, drives in, and now passes back, and it's almost they're going to say a
lane violation on Abby, so turnover.
Yep. So that's a 13?
Yep.
For Lovington. 2:08 left to play now. Gadsden will get the ball back, and again, they're not in any hurry. They eat a little time off the clock. I think 6 points down, I'd be in a little bit more of a hurry to try to get some of those points back. Pass in the lane, back out, kind of sloppy, a fight for it, a whistle sounds. I think there were hands going everywhere.
Yep, and they're going to tag Silva for that one. Her first personal. Just the first team foul on the Lady Cats here in the second quarter, and it is on the floor.
And Silva in the game for the first time for the Lady Cats. So Gadsden will inbound to the right of their basket. Pass it. 3-point attempt on the way, and nothing but net. Wow, that's 24 Para in the game for the first time. Popped a tray, and now just a 3-point lead by Lovington with 1:40 left in the first half. As Barunda gets it off, takes it back. She tries her own 3. It will not fall. It comes out, and
not going to matter, though, because
it's not
going to have a push foul on Abigail.
Yeah, and that's going to be her second foul.
And that'll actually go in the books as a turnover. So that'll be the 14th turnover for Lovington.
As that was going to be, just a rebound for Gadsden.
And one thing, I mean, I saw this against Carlsbad, and when Ashlyn is feeling a little bit of pressure, she tends to not try and work the ball in. I mean, that shot came from probably 25 feet out. She had plenty of room to move in.
A little mid-range floater up, no good. It rolls across, and Corral picks it up. Then she gets tied up. Blackwell it is. She gets tied up, and they do call jump ball, and it should go the way Gadsden this time.
Nope, it's ours.
Oh, it is ours. Okay, good. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I was afraid it was Gadsden. So Lady Cats get it. They inbound. Barunda leaves it off for Jasmine Hernandez. Jasmine going to run the point. Gets it off to Barunda. Barunda all the way over to Blackwell. Blackwell drives in. She gets swarmed, has to kick it out to Jasmine Hernandez, and it goes out of Jasmine's reach, and that'll be an unforced turnover, and turnover number, 15?
15,
or 15 that I've got down for Lovington. So give it right back. Eating clock, less than a minute now, 58 seconds. And that is Trejo, top of the arc, gets it over to Rico. Rico drives in, got pressure on her. Good defense by Lovington, gives it back to Trejo. Now all the way over. Oh, and yeah, they're definitely going to get Blackwell. It's Blackwell. There were two bodies going for it. Blackwell was trying to steal the ball, and the ball got there.
And Gadsden wanting the flagrant and not
yeah.
going to get it, and they are booing and hissing over here.
And it's on the floor, of course, as that knocked Trejo down. But Blackwell, I think it was a blind shot. Now a three-point shot in and out. And grabbing that one, it was a good rebound. Jabri Rios, and I got that as her first rebound, and stolen away as Trejo takes it, goes up, puts the layup up and against Jasmine Hernandez, beats her, and then Hernandez fouls her. So that is definitely going to send Trejo to the line.
Yep, she'll head for the and one, three the old-fashioned way.
That's right, she's got
try
two.
And tie it up.
And this her first trip to the free throw line. Nothing but net. So 3 points and now tied up 17 all with just 31 seconds left before halftime. As Lovington inbounds, they give it off to Hernandez. Now back to Barunda. And she tried, double dribble. And uncharacteristic, she was getting some pressure. I think that was a result of that defensive pressure, and it just kind of interrupted her rhythm. She's a graceful, natural ball handler, and that just interrupted her. So Gadsden will have the ball to inbound. They get it to Trejo. Trejo pointing, setting up the O. A pass all the way over, and a floater as, that was Trejo. She gets the tidy ball roll, and Gadsden goes up by 2, 19-17 at the last second. A half-court shot, desperation heave from Ashlyn Barunda, and it goes wide, but still, we're almost tied up as Gadsden with their first lead of the game, and it happens right at the very end, and they do call a foul. What are they going to call?
Oh, they called a foul.
They
called that actually on
23, that is Rico, her first.
And it's a 3-shot foul.
And so it must have been, wow.
It was on the shot, but then Barunda misses it.
First one, no good. So they called the foul as Ashlyn hit mid-court just past the timeline and saw the seconds ticking off the clock and just gave it a heave, and I guess got fouled by Rico as she let go of it. That one drops.
And that's 10 points for Ashlyn, and Coach Valentiera is over still arguing. I think finally the ref on the near side finally told her, settle down if you don't want her to take 2 more.
And that one finds bottom of the net, and we're tied back up with no seconds on the clock. It's 19 all at halftime here. We've got a close game, a good one, interesting game, and we'll be back to talk about that with your halftime report here. Lady Wildcat basketball continues on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Lady Cat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. We're at halftime, and we're all tied up, 19 apiece for these two teams. And it's interesting as Lovington led at the end of the first. It was a very low-scoring first quarter, 8-5. So a 3-point lead at the end of the first quarter, and now tied up 19 all at halftime. And here is the scoring for your Gadsden ladies. First up, the lead scorer right now, Rico, has 8 points and a couple of steals for Gadsden. Then you have Trejo with 5 points and a rebound. You have Denise Portillo with 3 points, a rebound, a steal. You also have, and that is the scoring for Alexa Potter with a 3-point, which she hit a tray as well. So that's the scoring. However, let's see, you've got some more rebounding. You've got Castro with the rebounds, Amaripo with a couple of rebounds, and you've got Valdez with 3 rebounds, and Jennifer Lopez with a rebound as well. And you've got 12 turnovers as a team for Gadsden in that first half. You're scoring for Lovington. Your leading scorer right now is Ashlyn Barunda, 11 points. She's got 6 rebounds to go with that, a couple of steals as well. And next up, you've got 5 points from Leslie Corral, a couple of steals and a rebound from her. Then you have Abby Schaus with 2 points, a rebound, a steal. And you have Braylon Hernandez with a rebound, 2 steals. You have Zoe Blackwell with 1 point, 4 rebounds. Of course, that 1 point from the line. Corral, as I said, 5 points. And J.B. Rios with 3 rebounds. So as a team, 17 turnovers. And that's how we get to 19 all. I know you've got rebounding totals and free throws from the line and anything else that you add in. And you corrected my stats, especially with the rebounding. TJ?
Well, as you look at it, Lovington is winning the rebounding battle. They had 17 rebounds as a team to just 9 for Gadsden, but a lot of that kind of gets canceled out by those 17 turnovers from the free throw line. Gadsden's 100%, 2 for 2 from the stripe. Lovington, not bad. They're 7 for 11 in that first half. Of course, as you mentioned, 8-5 at the end of the first, 19 all in the second, 14 points for Gadsden in the second, and 11 for Lovington. Of those 14 points, 9 of them coming from beyond the arc, as were Lovington, 6 of their points coming from three-point land in that second half too. So 19 all, and I have a feeling Chief Bridgeforth is drawing something up to try and get his girls to continue to hold on to the basketball. That is way too many turnovers in that first half, and a lot of times it was the guards trying to push it into Schaus. The problem is they haven't quite found the right up and down yet. They were either throwing it right into the chest of the defender or they were sending it somewhere out around Tatum over her head. So you've got to work on getting that in just the right spot. That was probably 4 of those turnovers right there.
Yeah, some of those turnovers there were bad passes, just bad, and not just trying to find Schaus, but just bounce passes, in traffic that were a little ill-advised. Some just bad passes, a couple of
mental mistakes.
Just missing a player entirely, and sending it out of bounds. And some of it was because of some good defensive pressure by Gadsden as well. I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due there as well. Some of that wasn't unforced errors and just mistakes on Lovington and bad execution. Some of it was, it came off of some good defensive pressure.
Well,
it's interesting. Gadsden hasn't been consistent on putting that defensive pressure out there. Sometimes very, very loose and very lackadaisical in terms of their pace of play, and then sometimes they pick up the pace and go into a flurry of activity. And we saw a little bit of pace in that second quarter.
We did. On defense, what I'm noticing, and this is kind of flustering Lovington a little bit, they've decided that they're going to keep 2 girls on Abigail at all times. She has had 0 space underneath, and it's kind of frustrating her a little bit. And they're also keeping somebody dedicated to Barunda. They're saying we're not going to let Schaus and we're not going to let Barunda beat us. If you can beat us with Blackwell or Rios or Braylon or Zoe or anybody else, go for it, because we're going to make sure that your 2 big guns don't have as many shots in the cylinder and open looks as they might often have. And we've seen it some of the times down the court with Barunda. When it's been a one-and-done situation, she's pulled the trigger on a three-pointer from nearly half court, and your percentage, every foot out that you go further away from it drops drastically. It basically halves every foot back you go from the line. And so you've got to find a way to get her in closer, but find a way to keep her open, which means that somebody like Corral or somebody like Rios is going to have to find a little bit of offensive consistency. So then they've got to go, okay, maybe we've got more to worry about here
than just Schaus and Barunda. So you've got to try to spread their defense out, try to make them commit to somebody other than Barunda and Schaus when they're out on the court. Also, Barunda, it was such a relief to, when she popped that 3, she had taken a lot of looks. She had probably taken 5 or 6 shots in 3-point range from corners and from wings, and found that range, and that's always found her sweet spot and buried that, and it was beautiful. But as you mentioned, that's not a lot of 3-point shoot. That's the only 3-pointer for Lovington. No, there was. Yeah, that was it.
One for Corral.
Just one for Corral, and then one for Barunda. So 6 points total from the perimeter. But you look at total offensive output, and it's not a lot. 19 points for each team. That's a very low score for Lovington, at least. That's a pretty low halftime score, and indicative of what you mentioned before the game of how deliberate and slow pace that Gadsden can be. And that kind of is their bread and butter. And they go back to that. When you watch them, even if they pick up the pace for a while, they go back to that very deliberate rhythm and pace. So here we are with halftime almost done here at Wildcat Gym, getting ready for the second one. We are all tied up, 19 apiece. But the pace of this and the lack of offensive production has kept it from being a very exciting game, because the pace has been relatively slow and very neither team with a whole lot of offensive rhythm in this one. Gadsden inbounds. They've got possession, control of the ball. Good defense by Lovington. And driving over, Rico puts up a shot from the left, no good. And Abigail fights for the rebound, keeps it. I think she's going to get tied up, though. So they're going to see tie ball, and it goes to Lovington. So Lovington will keep control. Good work and good hustle by Schaus to tie that up. The only problem is can't give her a rebound for it.
She got the rebound
and then tied it up. All right, then. I like that call. I like it. Give it to Lovington, and Braylon Hernandez with it, top of the arc. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda into Schaus. Schaus then trying to get it back to Barunda. Instead, it's going to go off of
Castro.
Off of Castro. So Lovington will keep the ball. It was just kind of not really good, but it doesn't bite them on this move. So even though they lost the ball, they get it back. Barunda inbounds to Rios. Rios to Corral. as your starters are back in for the teams. Barunda now kicks it out. She drove the lane and then gave it to Rios from the free throw line. No good. Fight for the rebound. Schaus tipped it, and then it was picked up by Rios. Rios no good. Schaus with 2 looks at the basket. Neither falls. It rolls off, and fighting for it, trying to get the ball was Rios again, and then a whistle sounds as she gets fouled.
Nope, they're going to say jump ball.
Oh, okay.
Gadsden ball, but we've got a girl down for Gadsden on the court as the Lady Cats are out, and it looks like that's going to be Trejo down, and so trainers are on the court taking a look.
Yeah, and Trejo is responsible for 5 of those points on the board, and she was responsible for all the points at at the end of the first quarter. She scored all of her 5 in that first quarter. Second quarter. Sorry about that. No, first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rico in the first.
That's right. Rico in the first. It was Rico who scored them all in that first. Yep.
And actually, sorry, that was Lopez. So that was 10, not 30.
It was 10, not 30. Yeah, I couldn't tell. I let you take that because I saw a 0, but I couldn't tell what the first number was at all. So.
I guess the way the jersey crinkled, it looked kind of like a 3, but she's off under her own power. But with the training staff, she's not feeling real good, and it will be Gadsden basketball.
And 7:03 left to play here. We're barely underway in this third quarter, and we're still tied up. By the way, played almost a minute of basketball. A lot of looks, a lot of balls going up to the basket, but none of them falling through for either team. Trejo gets it over to Rico. Rico back. Gets it over to Castro. Castro's got it. Trying to pass it into the lane and picked off by Barunda, and then picked right back off by Zamaripa, and they're going to say she traveled, so a turnover. So 2 quick turnovers for Gadsden, 1 for Lovington. And still nobody has scored. Lovington inbounds. Oh, and too hard. The pass to Barunda goes by her and out of bounds, so that's going to be another turnover for Lovington. Gadsden will have it. Inbound under the Lovington basket. Take it all the way down. Back to that very deliberate pace. Trejo walking across the timeline. Pass it off to the right wing. Then into Zamaripa, and then kicks it right back out.
Actually, that's Castro.
To Rico. Rico's got it. Gets it over to Valdez. Stumbles, loses the handle on it, but manages to pass it off in time without traveling. Now back to Trejo. Trejo does not to Castro. Bounce pass back to Trejo. Looking for room. Now Valdez tunes up and buries the 3 from the right corner as Valdez with her 3 first points of the game, and it's a tray. And breaks the tie. 22-19 now. Braylon Hernandez takes it across the timeline, passes off to Corral. Corral on the right wing, all the way over to Barunda. She drives in, puts up the shot from the left. It won't fall, and that is, it looked like Zamaripa, who was it?
Zamaripa's on the bench. It's Castro.
Castro.
Oh, no,
sorry.
Zamaripa did come in.
Okay, so
and
Castro.
when Lopez came out.
All right. That is going to be Rico driving in the lane, and a whistle sounds. You're going to get Barunda.
I think they're going to get Schaus.
All right, let's see.
Actually, they're going to get Jabry.
Okay.
We were all wrong.
We were both wrong. All right, so Jabry with her second foul on the wrist, active shooting. So it will send Gadsden to the free throw line. First shot up and no good. Banks off to the left. So that is Rico at the line, right?
Yes.
She was 1 for 1. So a miss for her. Still has 8 points in the game. Second one is up, and that one is short and off to the right. Jabry Rios with the rebound. Tied up immediately. Are they going to call jump ball? They're going to call the foul. They're going to call the foul. As she was double teamed, smothered, and they're going to call that on Rico. She was right there. Are they?
I thought they said Zamaripa, but.
Well, they haven't put anything up yet. I think they haven't put anything. Now, it is Rico, second one.
All right.
So give it to Lovington. 5:26 left to play in the third. Lovington trailing by 3 here, 22-19, a low-scoring game. There's Braylon Hernandez, leaves it off for Corral. Corral to Rios at the free throw line. She gets it, trying to get over to Barundo. Short arms it, and it's stolen away, taken away by Rios, or Trejo rather. Trejo leaves it off for Rico. Rico to Castro. And they get it to Valdez. A shot up, no good. Whistle sounds. They're going to get Rios, I think. Rios is like, wait a minute, I didn't do it. Didn't do it.
Caught her on the arm as she leaned over, and yep, it will be the got her on the arm. So her third personal, and back to the line go the Lady Panthers, and this will be the first trip for Castro, who had to sit much of the first half and a little foul trouble herself.
She got 2 quick ones in that first half. So here she goes, and it rattles up, back, and then off to the right. So a miss for her. 4:57 left to play as Jabri Rios comes out, and Zoe Blackwell goes in. Blackwell and Schaus in the blocks in the front for Lovington. Second one is up, and that one is good. So Castro with a miss and a make. Barunda coming the other way for Lovington. Gonna weave through the lane, through traffic, puts up a shot, a left hook, and draws the foul. The shot does not fall, but she will go to the line. And they are gonna call, who did they call in that on? 42, they're 42, that's Amaripa, that's her first foul. And Barunda will go to the line. She is 4 for 5?
Yep.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Now 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
And finally breaks the Lovington scoring drought.
That's right, as Lovington now up to 20. It was tied 19 all, and as almost half of the third quarter went by before Lovington has scored 2 points now, both at the line from Barunda. Now some defensive pressure, but Gadsden moves the ball. Rico tuning up, trying the 3 from the left wing, no good, and that is going to be a rebound by Blackwell. Zoe Blackwell, another rebound for her. This time, ball pops up.
Trying to get it to Abby and just picked off again. Another bad pass.
Trejo with the steal. A shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's loose on the court, and they're going to call a jump ball.
And it'll go over to the Wildcats, as that'll be Corral who managed to grab it, and then Castro tied her up.
And so nice job. Again, good hustle. You always want to fight for the ball. Fight. So Braylon Hernandez passing it off, getting back from Barunda. Running the point. Top of the arc, gets it over to the right to Corral. Corral looking back. Now over to Blackwell in the left wing. Now into Barunda, who tunes up the 3 from just beyond the arc, does not fall. Fight for the rebound. Schaus, they're going to say she got her over the back.
Yep.
Going to call Schaus with another foul. That's her third. And that's going to give Gadsden the ball. Gadsden with a 2-point lead at this point, 23-21, just under 4 minutes left to play, and that is Trejo across the timeline, moving to the left, leaving it off for Rico. Rico moves it over, passes right back in, gets it right back out on the right wing. Now gets it back over to Castro. Passes it off, a 3-point shot by Valdez, up no good, and that is Castro with the rebound and the putback.
And she popped Barunda in the mouth for trouble fighting for the rebound.
And now a 4-point lead by Gadsden. Lovington needs to make up those points quickly. They can't afford to get in a hole here. Pass to Barunda, drives in under the lane, puts it up beautifully from the right. Nice, sneaks out and under. 4 points just since the second half. All 4 points for Lovington here in this second half so far. 25-23, back down to a 2-point lead. Trejo with the ball. They pass and trying to find, they do find Zamaripa in the lane, but it's blocked. Nice block. Was that Schaus?
It was, but it goes right into the hands of Rico, and that'll give Gadsden a chance to reset.
Yes, and they do. They take a little bit of time, move it back out, just to work it outside the arc. They get it to Trejo. Trejo tries the 3. It's an air ball. It's batted back in, though, and with the rebound and the putback by Castro, she's got 4 quick points, makes it 25-24, 26-24.
27-24.
27-24, hello. Yeah, as the scoreboard, I don't feel too bad. The scoreboard actually has it. They're trying to reset. 27-23 is your score right now, as a fight under the basket, and that's Barunda down hard as she's having a little trouble getting up, as there was a free-for-all trying to get the rebound off of the glass, and Barunda needs to take just a minute again. Schaus is going to come out, and let's see who else comes out. Just Schaus. As Barunda, the ref saying, if you're not going to take a timeout for injury, come to the line and shoot. as they called that on Zamaripa.
Yep, and they're saying it's on the floor, and so Lovington will have to reset, and Chief wants timeout.
Yeah, and he does. I think that's a good timeout, as Chief has got a question anyway for the ref, and Chief needs some clarification, and he wants that. He wants to calm things down and just settle things down just a little bit. Good time for it, and it's just a 30, so we're keeping it right here. As 27-23 is your score, 4-point lead by Gadsden at this point here in the third quarter, as what got started late and actually ended up being a fairly quickly moving half, all in all. Now as we tick toward the 7 o'clock hour, and we're here in the third quarter, it's been kind of a plodding affair. It's been very difficult. There's not been a lot of offensive rhythm by each team for any good stretch or length of the time, and that's what you get when you have one team that likes to take the air out of the ball and really slow the pace and control ball, I think, TJ.
Well, it has been, but, that's their defensive plan, too, is to make sure that nobody can get in sync.
So Braylon Hernandez looking for somebody, ends up getting the ball right back from Rico, and then gets tied up, and they're going to call Rico for the foul, I believe.
That popped her in the face, and yep, they are going to get Rico for.
That's number 3 on her.
Yes, it is, and so
that's
that'll be
the fourth
yep.
team foul, and that's going to send Braylon Hernandez to the line. Is that Braylon? No, that's Blackwell.
Still on the floor.
No, still on the floor. Okay, yeah, still on the floor. The inbound, touched by Barunda, then right back on the floor, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's Lovington ball. I think it went off the foot of Hernandez.
And that's what Trejo's arguing.
Yeah, but, you'll take it. They miss some calls that go against you, so when they make a call that goes with you and it's questionable, you don't question it. Run with it, run with it. Braylon Hernandez going to try to inbound if she can find somebody. She does. Barunda. There's Barunda now drifting up top of the arc. Going to back spin move and puts up a little shot, does not fall off the glass, and Castro picks up the rebound.
That's her 6th board of the ball game, and they've all come in this half.
27-23, 2 minutes just and change left here in this third quarter. It's Gadsden working the ball outside the arc. Good defense by Corral there. Leaves it off. Trejo's got it back. She'll just drift back. Get it over to Valdez. Valdez now working in, bounce pass in to Castro. Castro, no room, does a little spin move in the lane, puts it off the glass, no good, and again a great rebound there by Silva. Gets it to Barunda. Barunda drives in, trying to put a shot up, and they're going to call a foul on Gadsden, as that's a patented move for Barunda. Now, sometimes she drives through, and you can kind of tell if she's serious about trying to put the ball up for the basket or if she's really just trying to draw the foul. I think she was trying to do both there, but would settle for the foul, and she did.
So now an opportunity is that will put Lovington in the bonus.
And Barunda at the line, eyes it. Skies it, and that one does not make it through, but she'll have another chance at it. So a miss for her. And 27-23, Lovington trailing by 4 here, a minute 38 left in the third. Second attempt is up, and that one is good. Makes it 27-24, a 3-point, one possession ball game now. Gadsden's got the lead, and Gadsden's got the ball. Trejo walking across midcourt again. Moves it off to Valdez. Valdez on the right wing. Bounce pass in, and another bounce pass interrupted. Barunda almost steals it. And Castro loses the handle on it. It pops up, and they're going to say turnover as she traveled. It popped up, and in the process of getting it, she got a hand on it and then moved the foot. So give it to Lovington.
That'll be the 16th turnover for Gadsden.
13, 14, 15, yep, 16.
21 for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, that's not good. Zoe Blackwell's got it. Passes it off, no room, has good smothering defense right there by Gadsden. Now they get it to Corral. Corral tunes up the 3, hits the front of the rim, bounces off, and controlled by Zoe Blackwell.
Actually Hernandez.
Hernandez, and then gets it to Barunda. Barunda tries the 3, it won't fall, and Gadsden with the rebound, and the ball poked away out of bounds by Barunda, and I think they're going to say it was not a clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
Oh, it was
so
clean
good job
poke.
by
All right. That's good.
Good hustle getting back to poke that one away from Pata.
So afraid that they were going to call and I think she was afraid that the whistle was going to be a foul too by the look on her face. So Lovington, and then turns around and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barunda. And
Nope, they're going to say last touch by Gadsden.
Oh, okay.
Gadsden not happy about it.
Right. And really, I thought it looked that way from down here, from up here, that is. So 27-24, still a 3-point lead with 37 seconds left in this third quarter. Lovington with the ball. Inbound, Corral. Get it back to Braylon Hernandez. Pass it into Silva, and she gets all tied up, and they are going to call the jump ball.
The jump ball and a turnover for Lovington.
Yep, it will go the way of Gadsden with just under 25 seconds left in the third quarter, and Gadsden up by 3 here. Very difficult for Lovington to develop any kind of offensive rhythm. That's exactly the nature of the game that Gadsden plays.
And they're not moving the ball well. They're not finding the open girl. They're just, they've been all kinds out of sorts today.
Yes, kind of stagnant. Gadsden puts up a shot, no good, and this time it is Blackwell with the rebound. As she tries to move it, she's going to get fouled. They're going to call Valdez for that?
Yep, that'll be her third, and we'll walk down the court with 2 seconds to go in the third for free throws from Blackwell.
Yep, because in the bonus. So 27-24, Lovington can eat away at that right here. As Blackwell go to the line, and Blackwell is 1 for 1 at the line.
1 for 2.
1 for 2, okay. I didn't put that miss down. Blackwell toes the line, puts it up, and it falls away. Hits the back, falls off the front, and she'll have another chance at it. 2:08 left in this third quarter.
Actually, 2 seconds left.
Oh, 2 seconds left. Yeah, 2:08 is right, but it's not 2 minutes and 8 seconds. It's 2:08, 800ths. And that one, no good as well. Time runs out.
Yeah, she made it.
Time runs out, but a little heave-ho does not make it enough. So 1 point, and that's, we'll take it as Eats it. Instead of a 3-point lead, it's a 2-point lead at the end of the third quarter. It's 27-25. And Gadsden is leading again, but very, very close game. It's hard to say that it's a real exciting game, but it's a close game, and Lovington can take this one. It'll just be interesting to see what that fourth quarter brings. We'll be back with it. Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
I don't know. And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Basketball as we go to the fourth quarter, and it has been very close. At the end of the first, Lovington led 8-5. At halftime, we were tied up 19-all. And then at the end of the third quarter, 27-25, just a slim 2-point lead by Gadsden. It's anybody's ball game, TJ.
Well, 8 minutes to go. If you're Lovington, you've got to find a way to shift that defense and open up some of your lanes. That's what they want to do, and they have had zero luck doing it through 3 quarters.
And only two,
22 turnovers. Got to be a little better.
And only 2 3-point shots are made. There is a shot, an attempt up by Barunda that falls short. Ball's loose, fight for the rebound, and Gadsden had it. I think they're going to call a foul on Lovington.
Nope, they're going to say Lopez touched it last.
Okay.
So Lovington ball.
Lovington will get it. Barunda will inbound. Gets it to Schaus. Schaus right back to Barunda. She tries the 3 from the right corner. It does not fall. Fight for the rebound, and it is controlled by Gadsden.
And Lopez will have her second board. She's back out there after going down in the third.
Yeah, she's got 1 foul on her.
And pretty heavily taped up on the left knee area.
A bounce pass into Castro. Castro has to kick it right back out. Now they get it to Trejo. Trejo with a 3-point shot from the left wing. No good. Fight for the rebound. Gadsden has it. A rebound and a putback. They're going to call Schaus for the foul as Castro.
And that'll be the 4th on Abigail.
As Castro was trying to put the shot up. And 7:14 left in the ball game now. Castro at the line. She's got a miss and a make. And she eyes it, skies it, and drops through the net. So Castro puts Gadsden up by 3, 28-25, has a chance to stretch it out even further. That's J.B. Rios and Schaus in the blocks in the front for Lovington. And second shot is up, and that one finds the bottom of the net as well. So 29-25 now, 4-point lead for Gadsden. Lovington coming this way quickly. Barunda gets it to trying for Schaus. Schaus had posted up, and instead of going out of bounds, Gadsden picks it up. So a turnover by Lovington. That's what, number 22? 23. And Gadsden back to very deliberate. Trejo cross center court timeline, gets it over to Valdez. Valdez back to Trejo. Oh, and Barunda skies out, and a steal now takes it coast to coast and puts it up from the left. Whoa, are they going to call that? They do call the chart. No, yep. And I thought Gadsden was celebrating. She got called for the charge.
They got her on the charge instead, okay.
No, wait, she's at the free throw line.
I was going to say, he put up 23.
Yeah,
we don't have a 23.
That's bizarre, but Gadsden were high-fiving, and like they were getting the call. So some confusion there, but yes. As that's on Rico. That's her fourth, and Barunda goes to the line. She will make 3 points the old-fashioned way. Gets the bucket, draws the foul, and buries it. Makes it 29-28 now. Just a 1-point lead for Gadsden as they inbound, get it to Trejo. Trejo getting worked on by Corral now. Some good defensive pressure. They let loose. Now working the ball very easily, though. Gadsden showing that, I mean, they can sit on the ball all they want, but then if they can work the ball like that, just make it happen. That basket was by Lopez, Jennifer Lopez, her first points of the game. A shot up, no good. Abigail Schaus with the rebound. The putback, no good, and I guess they're going to call the foul.
So Abby will go to the line as the putback was no good, and they're going to call that push foul on Castro. Her third personal, second team foul in the quarter for Gadsden. So Schaus at the line where she's 2 of 4.
She's got 2 points in the game. And sinks that one. So she's got 3 points in the game now, a chance to make it 4. And I've got her down for 2 rebounds. 4 rebounds now, okay. Does not make that one. A miss. Comes out, fight for the rebound. Gadsden will have it. 31-29 your score. Gadsden a 2-point lead with 6:13 left to play in this game. As Trejo has the ball. Leaves it off. They work the ball around. Trejo now driving in, and they're going to call the foul on J.B. Rios as she got Trejo, as Trejo was moving toward the baseline. It'll be on the floor. And it'll be Gadsden ball. That is the 4th foul on Rios. And she will come out, and Zoe Blackwell will come in for her. So Gadsden will have the ball. They'll inbound to the left of their basket. Jockeying for position. They get it all the way out to Trejo. Trejo now into Valdez. Bounce back to Trejo. Now quick passes. They find Valdez open. Takes the 3 look. Does not fall. And the rebound comes down. Braylon Hernandez gets it. And then she's fouled, I think, by Trejo.
Yep, they're going to knock Trejo for her 3rd personal. And that'll be the 3rd team foul on Gadsden.
And now
is the time for Lovington to attack. You've got 5:51 to go. You're down by 2, and you're getting Gadsden as a team in just a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
Go to the rack here, and if you can make this a free throw shooting contest, I think you got a shot.
Braylon Hernandez running across. Gets it back to Corral, top of the arc. Moving around the right. As they pass in the lane, they kick it out. Corral, then Braylon thinks about the 3. Then they get it to Barunda. She drives in, tries a bit of a shot, does not draw the foul, and a fight for the rebound. It's controlled by Gadsden. And Ashlyn is working hard on it, but can't steal it away. So it'll go back to Trejo. who runs across center court, has 2-point lead by Gadsden at this point. 5:11 left in it as they get it to Trejo on the left wing.
Lovington
picking up the pressure, the defensive pressure a little bit.
All on top on the rebounding stats, but that time not able to get it.
And they're definitely going to call Corral on that. So now Trejo spinning, Corral too tight on her. It'll be on the floor. That's just the first foul on Corral. I thought she had another one, but nope.
Third team foul, though, so that's more important to remember.
As Gadsden inbounds. Get it to Valdez. Get it back to Trejo. Now to Valdez. Back to Trejo. As they'll take some time off the clock. The clock is their friend to a degree because they're up by 2. Now a Pata trying for her second tray of the game. Does not fall. Schaus with an important rebound right there. Good one.
Her 5th board of the ball game.
And gets it. Barunda now. And Chief Bridgeport wants to take a timeout. His girls are 2 points behind, 4.5 left to go, and we will take the 60-second timeout and be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube Hubs, America.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym, where it's been an interesting night of basketball. Close game, I will say that. It's been close the whole way. I mean, I think 7 points was the greatest lead that anybody enjoyed, and that was Lovington at 1 point. But it's been pretty close at the end of the first, 8-5. Lovington leading at the halftime. It was tied. Can't get closer than that. And then Gadsden led at the end of the third, 27-25, and they have the upper hand now, but just by 2 points, with just a little over 4.5 left to play in this game. Out of the Lovington timeout, we're going to come back, and it will be Lovington basketball. Braylon Hernandez will inbound right in front of the student section on the far side of the court. Probably get it into Corral. And she does. Gets it right back. Looking for room. Everybody else setting up in the paint. Corral over to Blackwell. Blackwell drives across the baseline. Passes off to Schaus. Schaus puts it up and in from the left. 2 points. And now we are tied, 31 all.
That's Abby's first field goal of the ball game. All of her points before that had come from the free throw line.
Trejo driving against getting worked on by Corral. Now to Valdez. Valdez, a little trouble against Braylon Hernandez. Kicks it back to Castro. Castro driving in, spinning against Schaus. Puts up a shot, no good, and Schaus skies for another rebound. Another good one as she brings it down, gets it to Corral. Corral spins across midcourt to Braylon Hernandez. Back to Corral. Corral now to Barunda. Barunda drives in, puts up a shot off the glass. It will not fall. Fight for the rebound. Gadsden has it.
That'll be the third rebound for Lopez.
And they give it to Trejo. Trejo now, timeout being taken by Coach Valtierra for Gadsden. So 31 all with 3:32 left to play in the game. And we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Well, welcome back to Wildcat Gym. Well, we've had a close game, and now it is starting to get more since we're toward the end. It's been a little stop and start the whole game, and both teams keeping it pretty close. Anybody's ball game throughout. The lead has changed hands, and now that we're getting within 3.5 minutes of having this one done, this game is tied, and it is exciting, TJ.
Well, it is, and you get the feeling that this one is going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes in the last 3.5 minutes of this. So if you're Lovington, you've got to hold on to the ball. You've got 23 turnovers in the game. You've forced only 18 on the other side. You've got to find a way to hold on the ball, but you've got to find a way to maximize your possessions.
So inbounding out of the Gadsden timeout, that is Trejo running the point, getting worked on by Corral, losing the handle on the ball, and Corral picks it up. A nice steal, taking it, trying to take it in, and loses the hand. She gives it off to Barunda. Barunda takes it in.
And then turns it over.
And then turns it over, as they're going to call the travel. And I think that was probably the right call in that circumstance. Hate to say that, hate to see that. But again it came off of really good defensive pressure by Gadsden, though. Now Gadsden, Trejo, little spin move, leaves it off. There's a drive toward the lane, a shot up, no good, and yet another really good rebound by Schaus, denying a second look. And now Barunda driving down, and no call. I think, are they finally going to call it? Nope, they're going to say she went through the lane.
Call.
Yeah, they're going to. I thought Trejo fouled her, but I think they're going to. I don't know if they're going to call it.
It'll be Trejo.
Yep, and that's the third foul on Trejo. Fourth now, yeah.
And that will put Lovington. That one's on the floor, but Lovington will be in the bonus on the next foul.
So Barunda will inbound, gets it to Schaus, back to Barunda. She sets up in the left corner, tries the three, it won't fall, and Trejo with the rebound. Now back to Gadsden. We're all tied up, just 2:40 left to play in this ball game. Trejo acting like they've got 3 quarters left. Now she drives through, loses the handle on the ball. It's picked up, and she's on the ground, no call. Barunda picks it up, takes it in, and puts it in. Floater from the left, 2 more points and breaks the tie, 33-31 your score.
21 points for Barunda.
And now coming the other way with a little more of a sense of urgency, trailing by 2 is Gadsden. They give it off to Castro. Castro spinning in the lane, puts it up and in, and yes, she draws the foul as they're going to call Abby, and Abby fouls out of the game. And that is going to put Castro at the line, so she gets the bucket and ties it up 33 all.
And it also gets rid of Lovington's really number 2 offensive threat and their number 1 threat on the board. She'll foul out with 5 points and 7 boards.
It's going to be Blackwell and Rios in the blocks in the front for Lovington, and this is up and does not fall, but getting the rebound was Rico, but then she gets fouled. No, she's not going to get fouled, but she ends up on the floor. And before anything else happens, Coach Valtiera wants to talk about it, and they will. So 2:08 left to play. We're all tied up again, 33, and I can't believe that we might be headed for another overtime game. This would be 2 in a row if it happened. We'll be back. It's a full-time.
Just a 30.
Just a 30. We'll keep it right here. But I can't believe it could certainly happen, of course. Lovington coming off of that 55-50 win in overtime against Carlsbad on Tuesday night. And here we are tied up with just, a couple of minutes left to play in this one, TJ.
Well, very important. The thing to remember right now, though, is now you've got Schaus out. Who is going to be able to step up on the Lady Cats team? They need to be a little more patient. Barunda right now is just taking it, running, going to the basket, hoping that something falls and she gets the foul. That's not a bad plan, but Gadsden knows that's what they're doing. So now they've got to see if somebody like a Corral can step up and add that punch that they are missing on the offensive side now with Schaus out.
So out of the Gadsden timeout, they inbound under their basket. They get it to Castro. Moves it to Trejo. Now they get it over to the corner. A 3-ball up, no good. And Barunda with the rebound, and she gets fouled. That's going to be called on Castro. And that's going to be her 4th, I think.
It will be, but more importantly, that will put Lovington in the bonus, so it becomes a free throw shooting contest now for the Lady Cats with 1:59 remaining in regulation.
And Barunda to the line, one of the most reliable free throw shooters for Lovington. She's missed a few tonight, but she is really good under pressure usually. Barunda keeps her cool and is good under pressure. They are proving that out. I'm glad she didn't make a liar out of me. Buries that one, breaks the tie, just under 2 minutes, and she's got a chance to put Lovington up by 2. And she does. Good jobs. Good job. So Gadsden inbounds to Trejo. They get it to Rico. Rico has a minute 50 left. Gadsden trails by 2. Spin through the lane, leaves it off. That is Castro taking it, driving across the baseline, and yep, they're going to call Lovington the foul as
I
Castro.
think they're gonna get corral.
Yeah, I think they are.
Actually, Blackwell.
Oh, Blackwell. Well, they were both there. One side, Blackwell is on one side and Corral on the other.
But that will put Gadsden in the bonus from here on out.
And
Castro is 3 of 5 at the line.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4, but I trust you. That one is good. Drops through. So 34-35, Gadsden trailing by 1. A chance to tie it right back up here with a minute 41 left in the game. And that one is off the mark. Hits off to the left. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lovington ball. A 1-point lead with a minute 41 left. As that missed free throw was huge. We'll see just how big as we play the last minute 39 right here. Lovington in the backcourt getting trapped up and taken away. Trejo just robs her, puts up a shot. It does not fall. And the rebound loose on the court. They're going to call jump ball. Yes, they are. As getting her hand on it was Rico, and then for Lovington.
It was Hernandez who tied her up, but it'll stay Gadsden ball.
Gadsden will have it to inbound just to the left of their basket, and that is going to be Rico to put it in play. A minute 26 left, and Lovington up by 1 point. They get it in the corner. They get it to Rico. Rico takes it, drives in the lane. Oh, and tries to put up a shot, but it doesn't even. I don't know if she was passing it or trying a shot.
She was actually, I think, just trying to get a foul and kind of pushed it as her body came down. So it goes as a turnover.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. Just goes out of bounds. Oh, and then on the pass in, Gadsden picks it off. Trejo's got it. A minute 12 left, and off the glass, Trejo puts it up and in.
Her 7th point of the ball game, and it will put Gadsden back up and
by 1.
Timeout.
Yeah, Chief Ridgeforth with the timeout. As exciting stuff here. We'll leave it right here. It's a minute 6 left on the clock, and Gadsden up by 1 point here. There's a lot of basketball. A lot can happen in a minute 6 seconds, TJ.
And they flipped it over to a full timeout. So.
All right, so it is a 60. We'll go ahead and be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Welcome back. As the two teams are talking about it. A timeout, a 1 point lead by Gadsden here with 1 minute and 6 seconds on the clock. That is a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. And Lovington has had some trouble with the turnovers. They managed to get some things going at times, but now both teams are in the bonus. Lovington trails by a point. They've got to find a way to break the pressure. They are giving up a little on the size, and to do that, they've got to get the speed going, and they really haven't done that as of yet. Let's see if Chief turns it on here.
I think they're going to look for a quick transition down the court, try to get 2 points as quickly as they can. And yes, they give it off. Corral's going to run, gives it to Barunda. Barunda through the lane, and they're going to call, do they call the charge or do they call the block foul?
Call the block.
They're going to call the block.
And that'll be on Castro, so she's done.
Yep, Castro fouls out of the game.
So she will foul out of the game, and she's going to finish up with 9 points and 8 rebounds, and Barunda back to the line.
And Barunda, again, very reliable as Castro comes out, not happy. And they're going to send in Pata.
Actually, I'm sorry, 10 points for Castro.
Okay, they send in Pata. And Barunda at the line, trying to tie this right back up. She does. Poise under pressure. You can't just be a good free throw shooter. You got to be a good free throw shooter when it counts, and it always counts. You always want to make those free throws, but under pressure at the end of a game, when you're trying to tie it or break a tie, second one is up, and that one's good as well. I just almost said it before it even, because you could just see it coming out of her hand.
That is 6 in a row for Barunda going back to the third quarter.
37-36, 1-point lead by Lovington. Coming back the other way. A whistle sound note timeout was taken before Barunda make the steal. And we will be back. Let's see. I think it's a full one, so it's going to be a 60-second one. 52.8 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. It has turned into a barn burner of a fourth quarter as it's been close the whole game. 8-5 at the end of the first. Lovington leading, tied up 19-all at halftime. Gadsden leading just by 2 at the end of the third, and here we are, 37-36. Lady Cats up by 1 with, I believe, what did I say? 58 point something, 52.8. I knew there was an 8 and a 2 in there. 52.8 seconds left on the clock as Gadsden will have the ball. It'll be Trejo to inbound. They've got to find a point to tie it up. 2 to go ahead. 3 if they can.
Both teams inbound. In the bonus, that's worth remembering.
Yeah, Rico over to Trejo. Oh, and they could have called a foul on Barunda on the back, but they did not. And a timeout being taken again by Gadsden. So
That'll
this should be a
last timeout.
Yeah, and this should be a 30.
Actually, I think all they've got left
is all right. It's a full. So another full. So right out of it, 36.11 seconds left on the clock now. TJ, this has been an interesting game.
It has been. It's hasn't had a whole lot of rhythm and a whole lot of flow. There's a lot going on. You've got girls fouling out. You've got things going one way or another sometimes. Lovington comes out. They find a little rhythm. They go up. Then Gadsden disrupts that rhythm. They find a little, get just enough to go.
Yep.
So it's been a back-and-forth affair. For the last 30 seconds of this, both teams in the bonus, but both of their posts, both their centers have fouled out of the game.
Right.
And since Castro came back into the ball game in the second half, she had 10 points. She's got 10 of the points that they've scored here in the half. So losing her is a big loss for Gadsden, but now not having Schaus in the middle to rebound and also to try and get a little pressure in the post on offense hurts them, because now the Gadsden team can really concentrate on Barunda.
They can.
So who's going to step up in the last 30 seconds?
But Rico is playing with 4 fouls on her, and so is Trejo. And Valdez has 3. Back to action out of the Gadsden timeout. It's going to be Rico to inbound, probably back to Trejo. We'll see who she finds. And she does find Trejo out near midcourt, getting worked on by Barunda. Trejo moving it over. Moving it to Pata. Pata finding her way through and finds the ball. Oh, gets knocked down. No call. Trying to pass the ball. Picked up by Lovington, and the ball loose on the court. And who had it last? Blackwell?
Yep,
yes, Blackwell had it last.
So go to the line.
And they call the foul
on Lopez.
And that's just her second foul, but more importantly, it puts Blackwell at the line, and Blackwell is 1 for 2.
2 for 4.
Oh, 2 for 4. Okay.
Both her points have been at the stripe.
All right. Takes it, eyes it, skies it, and short. So a miss. Zamaripa comes back in, and they send Pata out for Gadsden. Zamaripa and Trejo, Lopez, actually, not Trejo, but Lopez up front in the blocks for Gadsden. Second one by Blackwell up, and that one is not good either. And the rebound is by Rico for Gadsden. Gadsden trails by 1, 16 seconds left. They trail by 1. There's a shot up in the lane, no good, but draws the foul. They're going to call Blackwell on that. And it was, I think she fouled, was it Lopez?
Actually, they're going to get Rios on that.
Rios.
So Jabry will foul out.
She'll foul out. She was playing with 4.
So no points, 4 boards, and now it'll be a chance for Gadsden to go to the line to try and take the lead.
And we don't know because Lopez hasn't been to the line. She has 2 points in the game along with some boards. So Rios, and they're going to send Silva in as Rios fouls out. So it'll be Silva and Blackwell in the blocks in front for Lovington. And Jennifer Lopez shooting at the line. 12.07 seconds left. Lovington up by 1 and no good. So a miss. Gadsden still trailing by 1. Lots of pressure. Lots of pressure.
And a lot of noise, too.
Yeah, a lot of noise, a lot of distractions. We saw Grace under pressure by Ashlyn Barunda more than once in this spot. Now Lopez eyes it, skies it, and that one finds the bottom of the net. We're tied up 37-all with 12.07 seconds left, and a whistle sounds. We're going to have a timeout. Chief with the last timeout. I think it's going to be a 30. Yep. So we'll just keep it right here because Lopez tying it up. A miss and a make. She could have put, if she'd made them both, we'd be sitting here with a 1-point advantage for Gadsden. As it is, we're all tied up. And are we going to have back-to-back overtime games for these Lady Cats?
It's a possibility. I think what you're going to see is they're drawing up something to try and get Barunda with a little room to slice through the middle and put something off the glass. Then I think the hope is if she gets it, great. You're up by 2, and then maybe you pull the foul too.
If she doesn't make it,
but if she doesn't make it, maybe pull the foul and then go and win it from the line with 12 seconds to go.
Right.
So Gadsden's got to know that too. I would look for them to probably have 2 girls on Ashlyn, and maybe even 3.
And Ashlyn came out and kissed her hand like she does before she does a free throw. Got to think that she's getting the call.
And I'm surprised they're backing off.
Yeah, I am surprised
too.
They're
going to let them get it in.
Actually, right now, Coach Valtietta is pulling up Rico to stay on Barunda, and he's calling for the others. And so now some backcourt pressure, but Corral slices through it and stolen away as Cohen up for the layup from the left and drawing the foul. Rico traveled. They wave off the basket and say she traveled before she put it up, and she can't believe it. The coach can't believe it. As Rico, it was a nice steal. She took it away, turned around, and just made that little mistake underneath the basket as she was letting it go. So a turnover, very costly, and the ball coming in off of the hands. Corral trying to put it in.
.08, so all they can do here is push it in and then immediately try and put it up. So look for Rico. She's going to have to throw it to somebody in the center who's just going to have to try and tip it up.
And they do to Trejo. Trejo puts it up, but it hits the bottom of the basket, and time runs out, but they call the foul. Do they call the foul?
Nope, no foul. We're going to overtime.
Oh, wow. Overtime game, second one in a row for Lovington. They won the one on Tuesday night by 5 points against Carlsbad. We end regulation 37-all at this one. We were tied at half. Now we're tied at the end. We go to overtime. We'll be back with more Lady Cat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. It's overtime. So we have a whole new ball game. You might say it's 0-0, and they put 4 minutes on the clock. That is your overtime period, and we'll see who can play mistake-free. You mentioned this before. Well, Gadsden had a couple, 3 different looks, and they were not able to execute. There was a travel before and a basket that could have counted for them and would have won it for them. They also missed one of the shots from the free throw line, didn't make that, and then had a chance on that last second buzzer beater. The ball just went up, and instead of going in, Trejo hit the rim from the bottom, and so no good. They had their opportunities, go ahead and win it in regulation, and that did not happen. Of course, Lovington also had some looks and chances to win it, and it didn't work out for them either.
Well, you're absolutely right, and the free throw line tells the tale, but it's similar, which is not surprising when you're tied up, as Gadsden went 4 of 7, so they missed 3 in the fourth quarter from the line. Lovington went 6 of 9, so they missed 3. If you have one less miss, and I think there's some question about maybe some of the foul situations going on here, and I think maybe that's what they're discussing down there. We know that Jabry's fouled out. We know that Abby has fouled out for us. We know that Castro has fouled out for them. Trejo and Rico each with 4 personal fouls. We don't have anybody else with more than 2. So that's all. The only thing I can think of is that's what they're discussing, is the foul situation.
So not only we're in overtime now they're taking up even more time in a game that was supposed to have started at 5:30 and didn't start till 6, and now we're in overtime and even more discussion delaying things here. I'm not sure we're ever going to get the end of this game finished tonight. So
we may still be playing when the boys start tomorrow, the way this one's going at times. Of course, tomorrow night, 6:30, right back here, the Wildcat boys taking on the Coyotes of Roswell High, a little Saturday evening affair.
So we are back to square one, except that we don't have all the players on the court because of so many foul outs. So it's going to be Blackwell in the center going up against Lopez for the tip-off of overtime. And the ball goes to Barunda. She gets it back to Silva. Silva drives the lane, going to put it up, but she travels. That's right. So turnovers. Oof, too many turnovers.
And that's a bad one because you won the opening tip. You got it to Barunda and then fed it forward. That's where the younger players are. Sometimes the lack of maturity and experience are going to come in here.
And Trejo's going to run the point, as she had. But Trejo's playing with 4 fouls on her, and Rico's playing with 4 on her as well. Trejo moves it over to the right corner, kicks it back to Rico. Rico now driving, top of the arc. Oof, almost loses the ball. And they're going to get Ashlyn Barunda, kind of a ticky-tack foul, but she did. She bumped her.
And so that'll be free throws for Gadsden.
It will, as the teams are Gadsden's in the bonus, Lovington's in the double bonus.
Both teams double bonus.
Well, double bonus, that's true.
It's double bonus
the same. Double bonus,
now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, technically, yes, but in reality, they're in double bonus. First one up, no good. So we saw that Gadsden has had chances.
Gadsden now 50-50 from the line, 7 of 14 from the free throw stripe.
And the second one is up. That one is good. It rattles home. So Gadsden now up by 1. Lovington with the ball. They give it to Barunda. Barunda pulling up, calling for the O. Gets it off to Corral. Corral passing into Silva in the lane. Silva just trying to draw the foul. She doesn't, so she kicks it right back out. Barunda taking the 3 look. No good. Fighting for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball as Corral got her hand on it. Blackwell got her hand on it, and so did, I think, Trejo. No, that was...
Yep, it was Trejo, but the possession arrow goes the way of Gadsden.
And Gadsden will have the ball. Again, coming up, walking across timeline, eating some time off the clock because they're up by a point. Trejo will have it. She drives around toward the baseline, puts it up and in. Big 2 points.
9 points.
For Trejo.
9 points now in the game for Trejo.
And a 3-point lead for Gadsden. Barunda coming down the other way. Bounce pass back to Braylon Hernandez over to, and they're going to get a foul. They're going to say that number 23, Rico, and that's going to do it. Rico fouls out of the game, And that's going to put, Blackwell to the line?
Yes, it will.
Yes, and so
Blackwell just 2 of 6 from the free throw line now, though.
we're running out of players. Both teams are running out of players to put on the court here. And coming in is Pata. And it's going to be Zamaripa and is that Lopez?
Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez, and the blocks in the front for Gadsden. Blackwell at the line. And that one bounces off the backboard to the left. And now Lovington shifting around. And that's Silva who goes out.
And coming in her place is Nayeli Ruiz. Her first action of the evening.
Blackwell, second shot up, and that one is no good. And skying for the rebound is Gadsden. Jumping up, Pata. Yeah, jumping up for that one was Pata. She gets it to Trejo. Trejo running the point. 40-30 your score. Gadsden in the lead. 2.5 left to play as she drives along the baseline. It passes it off. Lopez going up for it. She makes the shot and draws the foul. So Lopez with 2 more points and now a 5-point lead for Gadsden. And draws the foul, will go to the line. However, Lopez is just 1 for 2 at the line.
5 points now in the game as they call the foul on Blackwell. That'll be her 3rd personal.
2:24 left in this one, 42-37. We were tied at 37 all, and Lovington has yet to score a point in this overtime period. And no good, and that will be Blackwell with the rebound.
That's her 8th board of the ball game.
Leaves it off. Now Barunda's got it. Barunda cycling around, gives it to Corral. Corral pushes it off to Braylon Hernandez on the left wing. Braylon back to Corral. Back as Barunda thinks about the 3, now drives toward the baseline, then has to push it out under intense pressure, and they're going to have a backcourt violation. Yes, as the ball goes, the pass from Barunda back to Hernandez goes into the backcourt.
30th turnover for the Lady Cats. Hard to win a ball game when you've got 30 turnovers.
And a lot of them are errors or unforced, such as that. Some off of good defensive pressure by Gadsden, though. Gadsden with the ball. They can just hang on to it here and make Lovington come after them because they have a 5-point lead with just 1:53 left.
And an offensive foul.
Whoa, an offensive foul. They're going to call that, and that will do it. If they call that on Trejo.
It's on Para.
Oh, it's on Para. All right, so that's her first.
That'll be a turnover on them. That's their 24th turnover.
It was on Zamaripa. No, it was on Zamaripa.
Oh, Zamaripa.
Yeah.
So they switched it from 2-4 to 4-2.
That's her 3rd. So give the ball. It's on the floor. So Lovington will have the ball. Now a timeout by Chief Bridgeforth. He's got?
You get 1 timeout.
1 timeout. Okay, and is it a 30 or 60?
I believe.
I think it's a 60, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, we will be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Cat basketball here from Wildcat Gym.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym. It has been a wild night of basketball here. We're in overtime, and it was tied up 37 all at regulation end of the game, and now Lovington has yet to score a point with very little time left to do so in the 4-minute overtime period. It's 42-37, a 5-point lead, but the good news is Lovington has the ball coming out of their timeout.
They do, but now they've got to find a way to pull 5 points and not give up any more to Gadsden, or the Lady Panthers will be heading back to southern New Mexico extremely happy. 1:46 to go. You've got to find Barunda or Corral. They've really been your only options on offense with Schaus fouling out.
And Barunda has just a single foul on her. They get it to Braylon Hernandez. They kick it over to, Corral with a 3-pointer from the left wing. And Corral, her 2nd tray of the game, makes it a 2-point game. Now Gadsden 42-40, and they try their own tray. No good. That is Zamaripa with the rebound, though. And 1:20 left. They call Trejo. Did they call the...
Call her for the travel.
Yep, call her for the travel. So a turnover with a minute 20 left, a 2-point lead by Gadsden, but a turnover gives Lovington the ball and new life. The inbound goes to Corral. Corral popped the tray and put Lovington within 2 points of tying this one back up. Leaves it off for Barunda. Barunda drives in the lane. A bounce pass over, a shot up, no good. And Braylon Hernandez fighting for the rebound, but it's controlled by Gadsden. That's a big rebound.
Good thought there, and was trying to pull the foul there. Did not get it, and so now you've turned it back over to Gadsden.
And there is a two bodies collide. They both fall. No foul called. Trejo's got it. Getting worked on by Barunda. Barunda trying to foul. Trejo goes up and in from the right, puts it up and in, and it makes it 44-40.
Now
and they play on. No whistle, no call anywhere on anything except just another bucket. 30 seconds left, and Corral's got the ball. And passes, trying to find Blackwell. It goes in and out of her hands. No, is that Blackwell? No, that was Silva.
Ruiz.
It was a Ruiz. Sorry about that.
Number 12.
Yes, number 12, Nayeli Ruiz.
So now with a 4-point lead, I would expect Lovington, if they can't steal the inbound,
they've got to go after
and
foul them. They do. They just have to go after. There's no it. And
whistle,
it looks like a timeout's being called.
There's not a time.
I don't think there's.
I didn't think she had a timeout.
That's interesting.
Yep,
but I guess she
yep.
does.
I
only
didn't have it marked, so yep.
Chief took his. She had yet to take hers. So yep. Coach Valtietta wants to talk about it. It is a full timeout, and it's 44-40 in overtime. Gadsden leading. We'll be back in 30 seconds with maybe the end of this one from Wildcat Gym.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
And welcome back. Welcome back to Wildcat Gym for a wild night of basketball. Back and forth, just a stop and start game, very close. Not really exciting for about 3 quarters, except that it was a close game. And then tied up in regulation at 37 in overtime. We are now 44-40, a 4-point lead by Gadsden, and it's Lovington's ball. No, it's Gadsden's ball underneath to the right of the Lovington basket. So it will be Lopez who will have the ball, trying to inbound that. Find somebody, a bounce pass into Pata. Pata getting trapped up. Intensive pressure, passing up, still in the backcourt. Gadsden's got to find their way out of the backcourt and do it quickly. Now they call the foul on
Ashlyn trying to steal it
from Trejo. And so Ashlyn fouls Trejo. Trejo's playing with 4 fouls on her, and it will send Trejo to the line. Trejo has one of one.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 of 1. And
11 points in the game.
Yeah, she had a bucket and drew the foul and made the and one, and that's her only experience tonight at the free throw line.
She gets these 2. It's pretty much the nail in the coffin.
16.14 seconds left. She does get the first. So Trejo, another point in the game, makes it 45-40. 16.14 seconds left on the clock in overtime. Trejo eyes it, skies it, and that one falls out. And it's going to be Blackwell with the rebound. She gets it up to Barunda. Barunda drives in, drives the lane, puts it up from the left, no good. And it is Amaripa with the rebound. And now 2.9 seconds left, 1 second on the clock. Trejo's got it, time runs out, and Gadsden wins it in overtime, 45-40. Final score in this one, a tough loss, a bitter pill to swallow for the Lovington ladies, coming off of an overtime win against Carlsbad Tuesday, 55-50. So a 45-40 victory for Gadsden in this one, and yes, it's a hard one. This drops Lovington to 13-5 on the season. Still a fantastic season going on for them, and this improves Gadsden to 9-7 on their season. And we will have a quick wrap And a quick post game here, and then just call it a night, TJ.
Yep, you had 2 Gadsden Lady Panthers in double figures, led by Ariana Trejo. She had 12 points in the ball game. Selena Castro with 10 points. That was the only double-digit scores, but that was enough, as most of Lovington's scoring came from one spot. Ashlyn Barunda tonight leads all scorers with 25 in the ball game. Leslie Corral with 8. Abby Schaus with 5 points before she fouled out. Lovington wins the rebounding battle but loses the turnover battle. 31 turnovers as opposed to just 25 the other way, and not able to capitalize on it. So just too little, too late, and too many mistakes for the Lady Cats tonight.
That's right. So we will put a wrap on it with that and just say, you know, it was a hard-fought battle, and Lovington never gave up on that. They come up on the losing side this time, but they'll be in action again on Tuesday night on the road at Carlsbad. It'll be the Lovington girls followed by the Lovington boys. Another doubleheader there, and that means that Lovington girls, well, 13-5, still a good season, and they're not even in district yet. So looking to just try to get as many wins as they can before they start district on the 30th. So that's going to do it as we call the 45-40 final score in overtime here. Gadsden winning tonight. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Thank you. I'm not sure if it was Evie or Tiff who was monitoring for us tonight, but we say thanks again, and safe travels to our visitors from Gadsden. That's kind of a long haul going back tonight, and the start of a 3-day holiday weekend for a lot of folks. Now we're going to